Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Emily. I run a very small art business called Elm Illustration. Join me as I prep for my first ever market in London. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I've just got a microphone, so this video is going to be the test of if the audio is better quality. Bear with me because I've never used a microphone before, so let's see how that goes. So like I said, today I'm going to be working on things for my market, which is going to be in London. My previous video, I was working on some different artwork for it. I was doing the Notting Hill houses and the Shard and Borough Market area. This video I'm going to be working on some different products and hopefully actually ordering them as well. Let me show you what I've been doing so far. Currently I scan everything and then I put them into Procreate to edit. These are my Borough Market ones that I was working on before. Put that into a A4 print and a postcard at the moment. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do other sizes like A5 or A3. I think I definitely won't do A3, but I might do A5 because then people might prefer having smaller prints. But then I think if you want a smaller print, you could just get a little postcard. So I'm not too sure. We'll see about that. I'm working on my bookmark that's going to be Friends themed. This is one side of it, which is the Friends door. Let me show you the real painting. So this is the painting of the Friends door, so that is going to be a bookmark, and then that is it after it's been scanned. And then on the other side, I'm not sure which one to do. I might have to ask Instagram, but this is the original painting that I did of Central Perk, which I love. So you can see it's got the little canopy thing that comes out. It's got a chalkboard that says Phoebe Buffet playing at 7 PM. So I was going to put it on a bookmark like that, but then you're just going to have white border. I've played around with some backgrounds, but I didn't really like them. I don't know whether to do it like that or whether to spread it across the whole thing so that it fits in with all my other bookmarks where it is just completely covered and there's no white space or anything. The whole thing is that, and I feel like that would probably fit better, but then I'm gonna miss out on some of the detail and the actual shape, Central Perk and everything like that. But I think it would probably look maybe a little bit better or more cohesive, because on one side you've got the door that does take up the whole bookmark and on the other side you wouldn't. I'm not sure. I might ask Instagram and we'll see. I have done these London themed stamps that I'm going to put on bookmarks. So I finished those yesterday. I didn't film that because I just wanted to get them done. But those are finished, so I need to scan those today, put those on a bookmark. They're also going to be on postcards, on the back of postcards as the stamps. And then I have just done a stripy background because obviously if the stamps were cut out as stamps, I think it'd be nice if they were on a stripy background. So that's what we're doing with that. I'm waiting for my laptop to charge so that I can scan those. And then a couple of other things that I'm also working on. I've got a long list of things that I want to do today. I want to make a wall print. I always think that kitchens are a really good place for wall prints. So I dabbled with doing food themed art so that people could put it in their kitchen, because I just think that that's a place where people are quite open to putting art in their kitchen. But I thought, no, I really want to stick to buildings. I don't want to do other things. So I've decided to do a coffee shop and just kind of make up a coffee shop based on my bookmarks, but I'll kind of merge a building that I think will be nice as a coffee shop, and then make prints of that, because I think that could be a good art print. is a little bit later and I have just been drawing this, which I think I got interrupted and I didn't actually finish what I was saying. I want a coffee shop print that people can put in their kitchen, so that's what I've been working on. And I was just scanning all the other artwork that I'd done. I scanned it on my phone and I scanned it on my own scanner, and my phone has come up better. But there's been a local print shop open recently, and I think I'm just going to go down there and ask them if they're able to scan things to my email for me. And also I'm going to inquire about getting things printed there, because it might be quite nice if my local print shop was similar to where I get it online, to just be able to go down there. So I think I'm going to go there now and inquire about that, because my scanner, I'm just not happy with the quality of it, and my phone is better, but it would be nice to just see what they can do. So I think that's what I'm going to go and do now. Okay, so it is a bit later on again, and I did go to my local print shop that opened, and I spoke to someone there and he gave me some quotes for some different things that I asked about, and I think it's actually the better option. It wasn't much of a price difference of what I already pay online anyway. So I think I'm going to go there and then I can see the paper quality, see how everything turns out and all that. So that was positive. I'm still going to get my bookmarks printed online just because I like how they come out and I want to stick with how they are already. What I'm going to do this afternoon is work on this coffee shop print that I'm doing, and then I also want to do another bookshop bookmark. This has been really popular on Etsy, so I want to do another bookshop one in a different colour, just very similar but in a different colour, just so there's options, because it's been so popular. So I think just kind of build on what has been popular already. Those are the two things that are on my to-do list today. Hello, it has been a few days since those last clips. I actually went for a little trip away in York with my boyfriend, so it has been a few days since I filmed, but it has dawned on me that it is nearly 2 weeks until my market in London. So I needed to get a move on. So I got home yesterday, and then last night I went on a bit of an ordering spree, getting all my postcards and bookmarks ordered. I don't know whether they'll come in time for this video, but I will show you when they get here. I think I was saying that I wasn't sure which friend's bookmark to go for, but I did a poll on Instagram and people voted for the central perk to fill the whole bookmark. So that is what I've ordered, and then I've ordered 5 different postcard variations with my artwork on it, so I will show you those when they get here. Other than that, I started painting the coffee shop artwork, which is not finished, but I'm gonna finish that today, I think. I chose to do like a sage green because on my bookmarks all of the colours that I've done are quite dark, and then with this in mind of someone having it in their kitchen, I was trying to think of quite a neutral colour, or a colour that most people like or would be willing to have in their kitchen for the shop front. So I went with sage green and I really like it. It does, however, as I was doing it, look a bit like blank streak, but that could be seen as a good thing. A lot of people like blank streak, me included, so having that as the colour is not a problem. But I just thought that was funny because I hadn't even thought about that until I started doing it. That's on my list of things to finish. I also had the idea that I should sell some originals there, and I think I'm just going to have like a basket of individually priced original artwork, but I don't think I'm really gonna produce any. I might do a few bits, but I'm more gonna go through what I've already got and see what I'm willing to part with. There's quite a lot of things that I'm not willing to part with because a lot of what I do kind of holds sentimental meaning to me, like my original drawing of the Colosseum or anything like that. A lot of the things that I draw, I have been there and I want them. So I do want to keep most of the original artwork. But I did go through a bit of a phase of kind of experimenting with different, not styles, but things to draw. Obviously I kind of mainly draw buildings, but I did experiment with doing some other things, so let me show you. So these are some artworks that I think I was just kind of playing around with when I was kind of developing what I wanted to have as my business. And I think I was thinking of doing wedding invitations, which I still am really up for. I just really want to have a really good scanner and printer for that, to be able to paint artwork and then scan it at a high quality for people's weddings. But I was drawing some like cocktails and drinks for if someone had like a drinks menu then they wanted cocktails on it. So I think that could actually be quite a cute little wall print as it is. I'd outlined this one and I hadn't outlined any of the others, so I'm just halfway through doing that, and then I'm going to write the names of each drink underneath it and have that. Who knows if any of these will sell, but it's worth taking them. They're just sitting in a folder at the moment. So I also have a couple of flower, that one's upside down, a couple of flower paintings, and I actually did these for my sister for her save the date invites. So I did some flowers, which is like the colour scheme of what her wedding's going to be, but we've scanned them and she's got her artwork now, so I don't really need these anymore. So that one definitely I think could be like a print of just some hydrangeas, which looks really nice. And then this one I might cut, I'm not sure, but then it would be an odd size. I might just, if someone likes that they can buy it, if they don't they don't have to, but I think I'm going to take both of those as well. And then these ones are a bit rogue. I did a bit of experimenting with doing like food. So these two got like a pomodoro spaghetti on a stripy background and like a caprese salad, pesto pasta, olives. This one's a little bit smudged, so I'll probably sell that as like a discounted price. And then I'm going to add like a stripy background to this one as well, so that you could buy them both together, but also that's just a bit boring on its own. So I think I'm going to do like sage green stripes on that one. And I think that's all I've got for originals. So to make it like a proper basket, I might add to that. I might have another look and see if there's anything else I can add in, or if I end up doing anything. If I've got time I might do a few random originals, just whatever I fancy maybe. It could be a good way to kind of get my creativity out without having to worry about, is that going to sell to multiple people if it's prints? And it's just like, if I want to draw or paint something I can, and then I could sell it as an original. That's where we're at the moment. Right now I think I'm going to work on that coffee shop one and then just finish the lines and do the background on that other one that I said, and then sign everything as well. And then after that maybe I will show you me kind of gathering everything together. I want to count all my stock of everything that I've got, so I'm going to do that now. Okay, so it's been a little while and I have just done the background on this, which I think looks so much better like that. So you've got these two, and then I have done the names of those. This is really like not really what I do but I've just got them and they're just sitting in a box, so I might as well see if I can sell them. I was just looking at this and I was kind of like, it's not really a finished print, but I also don't really want to paint anything else on it. And I got these frames the other day. I keep seeing a lot of people like layering frames. I feel like that's a bit of a trend at the moment, is having like a background and then like a photo or a piece of art or something like that. And I was going to do this for myself anyway. I actually bought these frames for myself, and I was going to do like a stripy background and then put like some of my photos in it. But I was actually thinking, if I did like a stripy background or a check background or something like that, and then cut this one into a square and this one into a rectangle, that actually might look quite nice framed. The only thing is I haven't decided whether I'm going to have anything framed or not, because it takes quite a lot of table space to have framed artwork. Like, well, what do I frame? What if someone wants something framed and I don't have it framed? I don't know, I feel like it adds a lot of variables. So I might do that, but I'm not sure. What I actually wanted to do now is go through all of my like inventory of prints that I currently have, so that when my postcards and bookmarks get here, I know exactly what I've got. So I think I'm just gonna sit on my floor for a bit and count prints. See, now what I've got to consider, which other people might not really have to consider, is that because I mainly do commission work and that is where most of my sales would come from, I really want to be able to advertise that at the market. At my most recent market that I did just before Christmas, I actually made a little slideshow of commissions on my iPad that I just kind of played on my table. I'm not sure if I will do that, and I don't really know if there's a better way to show it. I'll obviously have a sign that says like commissions available, and then I'm gonna put this up somewhere. This is like the love story map that I've done, so I'm gonna have that up definitely. I don't know whether to also take maybe one drawing of a house or a first date spot and frame that as well and just put that as like a commission example. I'm not sure. So that's something else that I need to consider. I'm doing 2 in London. I really want to make the most of the opportunity, so I just want to make sure that I've really thought about everything. These are my illustrations of Leigh-on-Sea, but they are also just seaside fishing town in England. So I'm going to take these. I think I'm going to do a separate video of packing up for a market and like everything I'm taking with me to the market. The next ones are the Duomo in Florence. We'll see how they do. Obviously we are not in Florence, so who knows, but I will bring them anyway. I've got 10 of those. Next up I have got my friend's Central Perk prints, which I love. I feel like anyone who loves Friends will surely love that. Should have maybe put those in a postcard as well. It's a bit late now, but if someone wants something Friends themed, there's an option. And also I have put it on a bookmark, so yeah, it probably doesn't need to go on a postcard as well. 10 of those. I didn't have any of these for my markets because I had these, which I'm about to count now, in A5 size, not in A4. Though how many Colosseum ones have I got? Also need to remember that I want to sign all of these as well. Maybe I will do that in a minute actually after I've counted them. Now these I don't know what to do with because these are the prints of that artwork that I just showed you, although I did change the yellow to a more like subtle yellow, which I prefer. I've got this one and I've got this one, and I might just make like a sale basket and have things fairly cheap that are on sale and put them in there, because I just don't want my branding to be confusing. I want it to be clear that I do like buildings and that is the main thing, but I also don't really have enough of those type of things to like fill a whole stand. And also these are just sitting here, so I don't really want to not have them. I think I will just put them on, maybe in a sale basket on the floor, so that it's not too confusing as to what I sell. If anyone has any ideas or any suggestions, please do comment down below what you think I should do, whether I should bring things that aren't building related or whether I should just stick to what I want to be known for. Then I am obviously also going to take my bookmarks. I'm not going to count them because I think there's at least, of these ones, I think I've got about 70, maybe 80 left. These ones I think I've got maybe about 50, but that should be enough. And then I've also got my friends' ones coming in, but I will definitely be taking those as well. So I currently have 4 different designs, which is what I just showed you, and then I still need to get printed my Notting Hill prints and my Borough Market prints, one in colour, one in black and white, but I don't need to rush to do that because I'm actually going to take it to my local printers, so I believe that can just be done like same day. I might go into the cabin in the back garden at my parents' house. We have a like little garden cabin that I keep some of my market stuff in. I might go and have a look in there and see if I've got any other prints in there. much finished that painting that I showed you. I was just looking in the cabin, like I said, to see if I've got anything in here that I want to take with me to the market. And I do have a few A5 prints left over from some other markets. So I've got Colosseum, Melbourne, I've got Sydney Opera House, and like the Miami beach huts. So I think I'll take those with me. But I also have quite a lot that I'm definitely not going to take with me and won't take to any markets really, even if they're local, like some wedding venue ones, or some that are kind of just slightly like misprinted or not quite the right size, like I had to cut that one down. So I decided to do like a little story sale on my Instagram to see if anyone wants any prints for quite cheap. And also because so many of them are local wedding venues, I thought they might be good if people know that I've got them. They would actually make really good wedding gift presents, which is what they were there for. But taking them to markets, it's so rogue that someone is just going to happen to be getting married that year at that venue. So I thought if I put it on my story, maybe people might know of people that are getting married there. And then the other ones I will bring into my room and put with the other prints that I'm going to be taking. I think I will do a whole video mainly in here when I am prepping to pack and go to the market, maybe, because I keep all my supplies in here, like all my bags and shelves and all the display things that I would need for my markets. But I think it is going to be it for this video. I've had to move because the lighting over there was so bad. I'll have to get a stand or something here so that I don't have to hold my phone now that I know the lighting is good here. But thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you got this far. Also leave a comment down below, maybe tell me where you're watching from, if you are local to me or if you live somewhere else. That would be really interesting to know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next Thursday.